Heidi ho, Taffy here. So tonight I have a friend with me, a very special guest, my friend Azzy.
Hello.
He's adopted my Gretchen. He fell in love with her, and I think I've lost her forever.
She's Gretchen. Never going home. It's the second time she's been kidnapped in life.
Anyway, so Azzy has some awesome things to talk about.
I want to talk about, Taffy, thank you for having me on your program. I want to talk about paranormal activity shows. Or paranormal shows. Let's just put it in there. Realized today, watching Paranormal Survivor, that there is a formula for every single show.
And you just realized that.
Yeah. You know, I started off watching, like, Ghost Hunters, like probably everybody else, and then, you know, Ghost Adventurers, when that came out, they got some cool stuff. Been watching Paranormal Survivor. And it's not as cool as it sounds, because it's just like every other paranormal show out there. It's got people that move into a house, they live there for a while, some strange things going on, and all of a sudden the main people are like, all of a sudden I realized we're living in a haunted house. It's like, what gave you the first clue? Was it the drawers opening by themselves? Was it, or this lady's, I think this lady was just trying to get some money, because obviously it was interview number 24, because they tell you, like, what interview in the series it is, and she's all, I was standing at the kitchen doing my dishes, and something moved apart my legs, and I knew right then and there it was gonna have its way with me. And then there's the voiceover guy, who I'm sure is the same guy from every single episode of every freaking ghost paranormal show, and he's like, she was right. It did have its way with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's all the same. It's all the same.
Kind of like you were saying about my video
about
Calvin and Mary.
Yes, right?
Oh, and by the way, sorry to interrupt, by the way, on my video that I did about Calvin and Mary, our haunted house, this is Azzy. He's the one that did the EVPs in the basement with my boyfriend. And so I don't know.
All I did with him in the basement.
Oh, I know that. We know that too well. So, anyway, yeah, he was giving me a hard time. He just watched that video that I did about Calvin and Mary in the haunted house.
See, I didn't know that you guys had asked the neighbor about who built the house or who owned the house. And when I was watching the video and she said that the neighbor said, oh yeah, that was Calvin that built the house. Instant goosebumps.
Yeah, I can verify that he had the biggest goosebumps on his arms.
My spidey senses were tingling.
But, so, anyway, he was, giving me a hard time about saying, this is what I mean. This is the formula. This is what...
Yeah, you know, it begins with everybody just like, well, my husband sold his business so we could buy this house. You know, it was the perfect house. It was the dream house.
Yeah, but we knew the house was haunted before we moved in.
See, I like it to be a surprise, because I've lived in a couple haunted houses. But I'm not going to go into that, because this is not a paranormal episode. This is just me bitching about the paranormal.
Or shall we?
Yeah, I mean... Okay, there's this one time.
There we go.
Gog's been there. Gog's been there. It was the house off of 60th and Prescott. It's where the current lineup of tape performed.
Oh God, you're talking about Angel.
Yes, Angel. Jackie used to live in the basement, and she had a pet rabbit, and she'd come up every other couple mornings or something like that, talking about how her rabbit was freaking out. So we all go down there, and because she lives in the basement, it was unfinished. Well, it had floors and all that, but it wasn't like water sealed or anything. So like when it would rain, it would drip. So Jackie hung curtains along the whole basement, and we'd go down there, we'd drink some beers. All of a sudden, the at the bottom next to the floor, the curtains would go like that, and then the rabbit would fucking freak out and just take off, and keep going, just run circles around the room. That was kind of creepy. My ex-girlfriend got home and was taking a pee when she got off of work. She's leaving a pee, not taking it. And she heard a knock on the door. It was like, bam, 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 bam. And she's like, expecting me to be home because I was working at Pizza Hut at the time. You can block that out.
Not happening.
Don't.
Yeah. But I came home from work, and she's like, she was locked in the bathroom. I'm like, what are you doing in there? And she's like, well, I came home and I used the restroom, and there was banging on the door, and I asked if it was you, and a voice said, uh-huh. And I opened up the door, and no one was fucking there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then there was a day that I called in because I had a migraine. I'm laying on my bed, and like totally feel like, or hear the door open, hear the door shut, hear footsteps to the bed, feel someone actually sitting on the bed, but I got a washcloth over my eyes because my eyes hurt so bad and I don't want to throw up. And I'm like, Jennifer, is that you? And in her voice, I hear, uh-huh. And I was like, oh, thank God, can you just go into the kitchen and get me some Advil? And I open my eyes, you can see someone sitting on the bed,
Oh,
but
wow.
no one is there.
Nice.
So that's one of my haunted house stories.
Nice. Okay, so back
But I still live there.
Back to your bitch rant about
Yes.
Paranormal Survivor.
I fucking hate that show.
And yet you keep watching.
I stopped watching it to come over here and do this. But no, like they're all the same. You know, they got the same voiceover. It's all the same story. You know, we were looking for the perfect house. We found the perfect house. It was our dream home. You know, my husband like sold his business so we could have this home. My husband was working more hours just so we could like afford this house and stuff like that. And every single episode is like that. When it comes to the like Paranormal Survivor, when they interview people on ghost hunters or ghost adventures, they tell the same stories. And it's bugging me. It needs a shot in the arm. It needs something to revital that, you know, just gives
like
some
a
energy.
true ghost story, kind of like ours.
Yeah, but
Like-
like you know, like actual, like where there's like actual evidence. You know, like not like we're trying to get evidence. If you live in a haunted house, film all that stuff, put it online, and get a contract with Sci-Fi Channel. And you know, just document your house haunting for a while, and don't hire that guy that's in a world. You know, because I'm pretty sure that's the same guy that's like, but they still lived there for another year as the haunting continued. You know? I mean, it bugs me.
Yeah, and that's like, you know, another thing is Azzy has met my doll, Lulu, my haunted doll that I had put up a video up of her face changing. He's never actually seen her face change. He was used to seeing her sitting there in our living room.
I was used to hearing her EVPs too.
And the EVPs. Yeah. And I showed him that video tonight for the first time. And it freaked him out. He's like, no, that's not supposed to happen.
That doll is all wrong. Yeah.
No, she's a good doll.
Telling her you said that.
No, don't tell her because I don't need no visitors in my house.
We'll bring Lulu to see you.
Okay. I can deal with that.
You're gonna have to make up and, you know, tell her you're sorry.
What is she like?
She's like about
4-year-old
4-year-olds and
So okay, so when I see her, I'll bring her a present. I'll get her like a little miniature My Little Pony. Because friendship is magical.
She
She
might
actually
like
likes
that.
tea parties.
Oh. Well, then I'll get a little tiny tea set to go with it. Little porcelain. I'll get a like antique row or something and get a little tea set.
But yeah, she
Appease the spirits because, you know, if you say hi to them, they don't haunt you as much.
what's the fun in that?
I know, right? Well, you don't get red lipstick writing on your mirrors, so.
No, we got them on our window.
Oh, I've had them on my mirror. Do you know anything about the Man in the Hat? Do you know anything about the Man in the Hat?
He kept Curious George at bay.
No, not the Man in the yellow hat. The Man in the Hat. He's apparently a shadow person.
Okay.
Oh, that man.
Yeah.
I've listened to enough. Coast to Coast AM.
Is this like a creepypasta or?
It's kind
It's
of like
before
Slender Man,
creepypasta.
but like it's like I didn't believe it at first. Like I've talked about it. I've done some artwork featuring the Man in the Hat.
It's the shadow people.
Well, yeah, he's considered a shadow person. I've done some artwork, but in my dreams, and everybody has like a different dream, but it's always the Man in the Hat. You know, it's this old like he's a shadow person. You can't see his face. You can't see what color his clothes are, but he wears like a long duster. He wears a brimmed hat, almost like a cowboy hat, but it's not really a cowboy hat. You can't see his face. You can see his eyes, and they're usually white. He comes with a sense of dread. And in my dream, it's a house in Texas. That's why I won't ever go to fucking Texas. But
we are so going to Texas.
yeah, we are. But it's also like the same along the same part of like the dreams that I've had with like there's this mortuary, and I think it's because one of my friends is buried in a mortuary, and I've gotten some really good ghost photos and some really good EVPs there. But it's all like it all feels good. It feels nice until you get to this one part of the mortuary, and it just feels like instant death. Like, you know, there's something evil there, like something evil that like chills you to the bone. That's the best way I can describe it because I've never had that feeling in real life. It's just really creepy. But it's supposed to be in my dream where that's happening is supposed to be a holy place, and that part of the building is not holy. And then, but I have reoccurring dreams of this. I also have reoccurring dreams of the Man in the Hat, and it's an old house in Texas where they have a porch in the backyard and they got the screen to protect it from bugs. And he wears cowboy boots. You can hear him walk up. You can't see him though. I mean, you can see him, but you don't know what he really looks like. He's a shadow person. Just evil. Just the sense of dread that just oozes off of him that gets onto you and you can't shake it off. Yeah. Apparently it's a phenomenon, and I didn't know until I went online and looked up the Man in the Hat, and there's like hundreds of channels.
Wow.
Yeah, about the Man in the Hat. So.
Whoa. So have you ever heard of Zozo?
Zozo. No.
Ouija board demon.
I will say I play with Ouija boards. I play with Ouija boards all the time. But I also attribute because I'm not like I've seen some shit. Me and my sister have seen some shit playing with the Ouija boards, but we don't really. I'm not sure about it yet. I'm still on the fence about whether we're really contacting someone or if it's just muscle memory, you know?
Yeah, because our nephews that live here.
I think that's how we got Angel's name from the house on 60th and Prescott was in a Ouija board.
Very much, yes.
Yeah.
But these nephews, 3 of them.
I've heard of Zozo.
Claim that every time they play with the Ouija board, they're contacted by a demon named Zozo. And they did this, 2-3 nights ago. They went to, do you know what park that was that they went to?
I don't know. It's probably,
Well, they went to some park here in Portland that's got lots of trees, and there was nobody there, you know, as it was getting dark. They took their Ouija board with them. They were sitting there. And I believe they posted the video, but if you look really close at the end of the picnic table, there is a shadow person, and it is the blackest black figure of a man standing at the end of the table, and he claims to be Zozo. And I'm not gonna say names, but one of the nephews said every time we play with the Ouija board, it goes to Zozo, and it's always about me, the one nephew. And so, you know, I was kind of looking it up, and there's a lot of stories about Zozo online.
ZSO?
No, ZOZO.
ZOZO. Okay.
But, yeah, but you can, if you listen really close on the video, you can hear a man's voice speaking Latin.
Ooh.
And I can tell you, I guarantee you, those boys do not know Latin.
Nice.
But it's kind of creepy. But,
You know, you're saying Zozo is like the black is the black, right? Like just like there's no color, like or it's absorbing all the colors. Wouldn't it be cool to create like a spooky hair dye collection and name them after fucking demons? So like black would be Zozo.
there you go.
You know.
Azzy, you're gonna be a millionaire.
Right.
And I'm your best friend.
We're all gonna live on the goth commune, yo. I'm gonna have a recording studio. But no, like seriously, like you know, Zozo, it's the blackest black you can get. We'll even get that like that that new black that came out where like even light won't even touch it, and it just looks like you have a hole in the head or something. Like,
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's all I got. Okay. Wait, we might be able to go a little bit longer. Ozzie. This was supposed to be the longest video I've done because. No, we're not done yet. Ozzie, yes. Can you come up with the word of the day? The word that everybody hates. No, he does not know the word of the day.
Monday morning. That's 2 words.
Okay.
That's the phrase of the day.
Here's my favorite word of the day. And we're not ending the video here.
No.
Okay, my favorite word of the day is
Moist.
moist. So many people hate that word.
Rubbish.
Rubbish. No, either moist or crusty. Those are 2 words that so many people hate. I don't understand why people hate them.
I'm trying to think of a word that I actually don't like. When I hear it, I'm just like, oh. I'm really, really, really trying to think of a word. But I've got a filthy mouth. You know?
Yeah.
Republican.
Yeah. We don't want to like spread any like if you hate it, don't even mention it because you're just gonna give it more power. You know?
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
The word of the day. At least 85% of America agrees with us on this. Trump. That'll send a shiver down your spine.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We are
another thing
recording.
that all these shows have in common is they all have the same breakthrough equipment. You know, they got the spirit box, which is just static on.
I hate that thing.
You can never understand what they're saying. I'd rather get EVP than fuck you. You know, and instead of I'd rather just get the Carol. You know, just and it's just so annoying.
The spirit box irritates me so much. I can't watch it, and you know.
Well, it's like static
how
and someone just turning it on and off and on and off.
Not only that, but it goes through radio stations, right? Till it finds the words it wants to say.
When was the last time you listened to Art Bell?
Listen to what?
Art Bell? Did you listen to him last Halloween?
I turned her on to it with the.
Well, he's done now because people threw a brick through his wall, but not through his wall, through his window. But one of the last ones he did was on Halloween last year, and he had a haunted doll, and then he had an Ouija board, and next to the Ouija board he had the microphone, and so people would call because someone gifted him this haunted doll. People would call and ask it questions. It would go through the phone, the speaker that was next to the phone, through the Ouija board, because the Ouija board was right here, to the doll, and the doll would respond. Swallow your soul! Sorry.
Nice.
Nailed it.
Hashtag nailed it. But there's that, and then they use the Xbox like they did in Paranormal Activity with the Kinect, with the infrared, and then it shows all the dots that it uses to track your movements.
Yeah.
They've been using that. They've also been using this ragdoll effect where it picks up like changes in the environment, and it looks like a stick fit. It looks like a cave drawing. What it looks like. but it's all animated, and sometimes the leg goes up like that, and it's like back, and then like they're like, "Oh, dude, I just saw that," blah 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 blah, and they can't find it anywhere, but they have it on camera. This stick figure doing the same thing, and apparently, on all these shows, ghosts like to throw pebbles. I've never had a ghost throw a pebble at me.
Nor have I, and
I've heard it. I've heard it knock and stuff like that, but I've seen some video. It's not verified though, because if it was verified, fucking ghosts exist. But you know, like a brick will just like levitate and then flow, and get tossed at you. I've seen video of that, but there's like no actual. It's not actual proof, even though it's on tape. You know, and they all have that.
Yeah.
And they all have the same stock footage of the house. The same story. Like, if you're living in a haunted house and you know it's haunted, what gets me, these people live in these houses for like 5-6 years before they're like, that's when I decided the house was haunted. What the stuff that's been going on for 5 years, you know? Just rip my hair out.
And it's like, you know, when Gog and I moved into our house, it started before we moved in. I mean, we heard noises walking through, looking at the house before we were even accepted when they were showing the house to us. You could feel it. And then the very first night, as we were moving in, stuff was happening. You know? But it wasn't like, oh, I gotta get video of this. You know, a lot of it was just noises, feelings, you know, the dread and just the you know, goosebumps and stuff like that, you know, just knocking noises. Well, you heard the knocking.
Yeah. Well, I've heard the walking up the steps, you know, I felt the cold spot, the EVPs, of course. You know, I'm just waiting, like, I think the next big paranormal show is all going to be home captured. It's going to have the same guy, you know. They lived in the house for a year. Dealing. My voice doesn't go deep enough, but, you know.
Nailed it.
And then, all of a sudden, you were raised in the darkness. I was born in it. But no, it'll turn into, you know, it's going to be like America's Funniest Home Videos, but it's America's Scariest Home Videos. And it's all trademark. It's all people's ghost stories in a half-hour segment, but it's all just like clips of scary shit going on in people's houses. Like that scene in Paranormal Activity 3 when all this fucking silverware falls from. Scared. I showed that to my daughter when she was 7. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Watching a scary movie. Can I watch?" "Okay, yeah, sure." And I was like, "Watch it," because I already seen it, so I knew it was gonna happen. I was like, "Okay, go ahead and watch." And she's watching, and she walks into the kitchen, and then she walks out, and then she walks back in, and all the drawers and stuff are open. She's like, "What's going on, Daddy?" I'm like, "Oh no, just keep watching." All of a sudden, all the silverware and stuff fell from the sink. I'm like, I got beer. but like, it scared the shit out of her. She cried. I'm like, "I'm sorry." Gave her a big old hug. But now she wants to watch the new Nightmare on Elm Street, so or the last one. So.
But yeah, you know, these ghost reality shows.
Oh no, with the investigators, it's bullshit. You know.
Yeah, a lot of it. Well, there's some that I watch on YouTube that are so fucking way out there. You know they're not real.
Well, yeah. Well, like I was saying, you know, like the first one that I watched in a while, because I used to watch Ghost Hunters. I really liked that show. I thought they were really on point and on the ball and stuff like that. You know, they've gone to places where like they tried to trick them, and they're like, "Dude, there's people that really need our help." You know. But then you get, you know, not the Ghost Adventurers, but the Ghost or Paranormal Society or whatever it is. The ones, the guy that fucking took all those people for their money, and now he's facing, like, he's serving prison time and shit like that because he didn't show up and took all their money. But he's the one that would put like saint medallions whenever he went to a place to try to cleanse it, and he had some good people. He had Chris Coffey. And then they had Lorraine Warren.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they'd get her on their show too. I wonder how much they fucking paid her because some of that shit wasn't real either.
Right.
You know, but that just throws it like I love the Annabelle movies. I love the Conjuring movies. I love what her and her husband did, but I think because they investigated the Amityville Horror,
Right.
and I still don't know what to think about that. You know, great fucking story. Great story.
It is a great story, but I don't believe.
But at the time, you know,
it
just goes along with the major, because, like I said, I've lived in haunted houses. I know what it's like. I like haunted house movies. The Amityville, I will always be attracted. Anything that comes out says Amityville on it, I'll buy a ticket to go see it.
Right.
You know,
it's scary. I mean,
yeah, I mean, even
creepy.
the made-for-TV third one when it was the lamp from the house that went somewhere.
Oh,
I almost spent $250 on one knife, one fork, one spoon from the original Amityville house, but I was not going to pay $700 for it. I was this close to doing it though.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But the Amityville Horror, that is one of the ones where it's really hard to decide, you know, because at the time the guy wasn't making enough money to pay the payments on the house and stuff like that. Great fucking story though.
Yeah.
That, you know, the original owners, the son ended up getting technically possessed. Maybe he just went crazy. There's a documentary on Netflix right now about him.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's really good. It's super good because like he's been in prison for how long? That happened in like 78, 79. So he's been in prison for like almost 40 years.
Yeah.
But he still holds up to the fact that like, you know, something told him to do it. So feels like there's some
validity.
Validity. Thanks, Gog. There's some truth to it.
Right.
But there's like no evidence to support it.
Right.
You know, but
well, now wait a minute. There is one picture that I have seen.
The kid.
Yes.
With
the glowing eyes.
Yes, at the top of the stairs.
Okay, that picture was taken after all this happened.
Oh yeah. He's like peeking out behind the door.
Yeah, but you put that picture next to, you know, DeFeo's brother that he shot and killed. They look exactly alike, except for the glowing eyes.
Yeah.
That picture, I get the weirdest feeling from that.
If they did a movie just on DeFeo's brother, they don't even have to slap. Don't even slap Amityville on it. Just put DeFeo. Yeah. You know, and it'll be about that, like his life leading up to that point before the haunting even began. You know, and maybe I don't know. Maybe he took some really good acid. Or really bad acid, you know?
But, you know, there are claims that his sister is the one that actually killed the family and then he killed her. Have you heard that one?
No, I haven't. But, you know, a really weird story about... We went to Amityville for some reason. But, because we were talking about Elizabeth Warren. No one heard... Like the neighbors were like right there. Yeah. No one heard the shotguns. You ever shot a shotgun?
Oh yeah,
I have too. It makes you go deaf in one ear. You know, it's just how did nobody hear the shotguns? Right. No one heard it. Right. It's just there's so many like moving pieces to this story. Right. That will never come to truth. That never come to light. Right. You know,
we'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never know. But DeFeo's totally taking the blame for it. Right. You know, he was like, yeah, I did it. I don't know why. But like you're saying, you know, it could be the sister, but then again, the neighbors never heard the shots.
Right. But there is and it's on YouTube, there is a video where they're doing a documentary on DeFeo. And Ronnie DeFeo. Yeah. And in that, he insists that it started out as a plan between him and his sister. And he started to back out, but his sister followed through with it, and she shot all the family members, and he lost it and shot her.
See, that's another thing though, like, how did the family sleep through the shotgun shots?
Yeah, that
there was no other blood anywhere. Right. They were all asleep in bed.
Shot in the back.
Yeah, shot in the back, you know. Why?
How come nobody woke up?
Like shooting a shotgun. I would hear a freaking shotgun go off. You know?
Yeah, I would be jumping out of bed.
Like, there's something missing. Either, like, he drugged the family, or it really was spiritual. You know? I mean, and we'll never know, because I don't know if they tested the dead bodies for drugs or anything like that.
They do say that, you know, that house was built on ancient, you know, Indian...
Say it with me. You don't want to bury him there. It's Pet Cemetery. Buried on sour ground. This ground went bad. That's a word I don't like, or a phrase I don't like. Sour ground. The ground went sour. What do you mean it went sour? It's dirt. But that house is for sale. The one that inspired Stephen King to write the Pet Cemetery.
Really?
Comes with the Pet Cemetery too. Spelling is correct.
We should all go by.
Fuck yeah.
Let's win the lottery. That's where the goth commune's going to happen. We're not changing the house. We're not changing the Pet Cemetery. We're buying all the land around it.
Keeping it all like it.
I'm going to have my Airstream and my recording studio.
There you go. We'll win the lottery, Azzy.
One of these days, Taffy, I'm going to Glen you.
Nice. See what kind of friends I have?
Buddy, I just hit you so hard, your eyeball popped out of your fucking skull.
Okay, so I have to tell you guys, these two are not gonna like this. Yeah, apparently I met him before my friend's party.
You met who?
You.
What?
I don't remember at the convention. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
She says you insisted on having Taffy the Clown at her birthday party. The birthday party where...
No, I was told about Taffy the Clown. And I was like, fuck yes.
Okay. So, anyway. Sorry,
Two different versions of the story.
Yeah.
Tell her to cut her fingernails. She's like fucking Freddy Krueger over here.
Hell no.
God!
What's the fun in that?
No. So... Yeah, talk about entertainment. You don't need meat for entertainment. Just take Azzy and Gog and
some booze
and you're good. and
you good, girl.
I actually have a DVD. It's packed away.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
I have it on DVD too.
Killing me over here.
There's two copies of this floating out. Besides the published pictures of you where we drew on you and colored on you.
Oh, yeah.
Those poor bastards in Amityville have nothing on me.
What's fucked up is the next day was Father's Day, and I was so hungover, and I had to go see my daughter.
I had to work.
Oh, but you did not work.
I
actually had to wash my clothes over there before.
How the hell am I going to edit this?
You'll figure it out.
Indeed I will.
This is staying in.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, the night that I met these two... Hit me.
Now I'll just hit you with a dead baby.
See what I put up with. No, the night I met these two, oh my gosh. I was supposed to be the entertainment. Lo and behold...
Wait, can we not talk about this?
I was not.
You're the one that doesn't want to talk about it.
Oh, you're not the one that was... He was the one
Emaciated.
that...
Okay, let's talk about it because I have a reputation to uphold.
Yeah, so my first impression of these two was I was talking to who is now my boyfriend, Gog, or Jake.
Goggerstein.
Standing there talking to him. Okay, it took him hours to come and talk to me because he had to get liquid courage before he would come and talk to me. Anyway.
Maybe that's why some haunted houses, it takes so long for the ghost to, like...
Okay,
they're like, that's why your booze slowly disappears. It's not beer gremlin, it's just fucking ghost gremlin. You know, it's like... Alright, no fucking shit.
Anyway, so, drunken video.
Where was I? Oh, I'm standing there talking to who is now my boyfriend.
I know where you're going with this.
And he was like a little child. He would not make eye contact with me. He was looking at the ground the whole time and stuttering and, you know, just kind of, I have a show. Here's a ticket to my show. Will you come and see me? About that time, this one, Azzy, jumps out of fucking nowhere.
I came out of the bushes. Get the story straight.
Okay, out of the bushes with these long ass calla lily flowers that I had given to my friend Jessica, and whacked Jake right across the face.
Who's Jake?
Gog.
Goggerstein.
That's how we roll.
Okay. So Gog didn't even flinch. He's standing there just continuing to speak with this big red mark across his face.
I'm used to it.
Azzy hit him in the face with these flowers, and Azzy disappears. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, it's a
just
magic fairy of
happened?
pain.
As the night rolls on, again, I see Azzy hitting Gog in the face.
No,
With
you're, wait.
his-
You're missing.
with
You're missing a point. You're
with
missing a
his
point, real quick.
penis.
I hit him in the face with my dick.
All while Gog is duct taped and on the ground, laying in dog shit and vomit,
Oh no,
laughing
no.
his ass off.
That was
Before
a
it
different
was dog-
point.
dog-
yes,
before
the
it was dog
timeline is slightly off here.
Okay,
But
well,
no. He was drunk and passing out, and he was laying on the ground, laying in dog shit, and I was gonna teabag him, and I was like, I'm gonna do one better.
Now wait a minute, because I took the dick to the face like voluntarily.
Yeah, I told you what was gonna happen. You're like, okay.
so
I
anyway,
thought it would be funny, and it was.
Dude, it's one of the best stories I've ever told.
Anyway, this is how I met these two.
Jesus, I'm gonna put this on YouTube.
Yeah,
you are.
No, see, I didn't know what to think of you at first. I heard you were coming. I heard you were a spooky clown. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do this. You know, because I love shit like that. And you showed up, and I was like, oh, it's like you had a little squared halo. And, but God was like, dude, I really like her. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. You know, fucking blah, blah, blah's gonna be there. And, like, I really wanted to meet blah, 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 blah. And then, but then you had the fucking needle in your arm. You know, it was like it was going through your epidermis. And,
It's a needle through the arm trick.
Don't give it away.
don't give it away.
I'm not. It's this long ass needle
No,
that
just
I have.
stop. Just stop
Well,
talking about it.
No, let it.
And what I do is I go like this, and I take it upwards till it's all the way through my arm.
I swear to God, it looks like it's going through your arm, but I'm pretty sure it's just going through right there.
Who gives it away?
Cut that out. But no, like I saw you with the needle in the arm, and I was like, "That's some fucking cool ass fucking magic trick shit
Dude,
going on, David Blaine."
You have no idea how turned on Gog was.
Yeah, but like I heard, like, cause you told me you're like I like her, and I was like, okay, that's cool, cause like at the time it was like I was lying about my age.
Lying about having a girlfriend.
I didn't have a girlfriend.
This is where it gets complicated.
Wait, no,
Who was
we're
there
gonna
with
hash
you?
this out. I don't remember.
Dude, your
Oh, Shauna?
your memory is
She was there with
less hazy than mine was.
you. Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't hit on you. Well, I did hit
You
on
did.
you.
Because,
Very much.
Okay, now I kid you not. I'm standing there, and he
And
goes,
I've had to let this shit go.
now watch. He's like, "Do I freak you out?" I'm like, "No." "Do I freak you out?" "No."
This
"Do I
is like
freak you
classic Azzy shit too.
But
Azzy, you are on the spot officially.
I did that. I ain't gonna lie on
He
camera.
was like ready to kiss me.
He was shit faced
I
as
was
everybody else.
shit-faced.
Was.
He was totally shit
Like
faced.
all my friends,
And-
all my friends know I drink,
What blew
but
it?
I get shit faced maybe every once in a while. It's not every time.
Okay,
but-
what blew
But
it?
I was shit faced when I saw you, and you did that little arm trick, and I
There's
was
no
like,
going back from that.
Yeah, no, I was like, Jesus Christ, I gotta fucking know this person. Yeah,
Yeah,
You
and
can
so
relate to a Gog like reacting the same.
yeah.
He's like right here, almost ready to face plant.
I didn't though.
No, you did not.
Yeah.
Do I freak you out? No. Do I freak you out? No. I said, "Where's your girlfriend?" He backs up.
I don't want to talk about
I
that.
don't have a girlfriend.
Azzy, you made the bed.
She'll never see this anyways. Yes, I fucking hit on Taffy.
Because Taffy is awesome.
Fuck yeah.
But I'm really glad you guys met, because this is the happiest I've seen this motherfucker in a
We
long
are
time.
family.
Fuck yeah.
F is for family.
Okay, so here's okay. And I love you for this.
What'd I do?
God has been married before.
Yep.
his ex would not let him go out, would not let him hang with his friends.
Yeah, I know.
This guy here, and they were friends. They grew up together.
I've been friends with the cameraman since I was 12.
I'm the cameraman.
That sounds really different if you put it in a porno phrase.
What made
I've been
me
friends
feel
with him
good-
since I was 12.
What made me feel good is at one point, Azzy said that he was glad that God had me in his life because his ex would not let him do nothing.
Dude, he couldn't even leave the house. You let him do his music. This is all going to be cut, by the way. We don't need to post this shit online. But you let him do his music. You let him be himself. You let him hang out with me. You let me come over and hang out with you.
I let him go get drunk with you.
Yeah. I want you to come out and get drunk with us.
And
I will buy drinks. I will buy pictures. We'll go to A&L or something.
Oh, it means a lot to me.
This is important.
It is.
Very.
I mean, you guys like fucking sliced bread and butter. Come on. And here I am being like, cookie.
But no,
How the hell am I gonna cut this out?
ladies.
You can. It'll be a special like cut of the outtakes or some shit like that. That's the beginning of the fucking outtakes.
I have a message. Ladies, if you love your man, give him space. Give him freedom.
Or if you're single, let me know because I'm looking for love.
As he's a great guy.
Oh! Hold on, I almost dropped the baby.
Oh, my baby.
No, I'm just gonna hammer her in the head.
Easy. She's expensive.
But
It's only a child. A child. How could you?
ladies, be good to your guys. Give them space.
And if
If
you're
you-
looking for a nerd that's in the comic books and all that other shit, I'm here. I got purple hair. I got a good job. Can't have anybody over though.
Cut that part out. Shit.
This is gonna be a very difficult
We're
video.
almost to an hour.
Ladies, give you guys space. Let them go to the bar. Let them go hang with their friends. Otherwise, you will lose them.
You'll never know what magic is being created that you will totally appreciate later.
There you go. I mean, I'm wasted.
Oh, so this is time we fight then. You're wasted? I'm wasted? Alright, ready? You're gonna have to cut this. You remember how this goes, right?
I go this way.
Okay, you go that way. Actually, we'll aim.
This may take a few times.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna aim for right there. But we're gonna do full swing. This is
Don't
straight
break.
up. This is straight up. There's no, like,
It's foam. Yeah, there's nothing in there.
this is straight up foam.
So.
Alright, so we'll go like that. Okay, so it's not gonna break anything. There's no plastic. No plastic to it, right?
Go for it.
Alright, ready?
Oh shit.
Alright, ready? Go! Do it again. Just keep doing it! Well, you got a shitty axe. Okay. Wait, okay. Can you speed it up?
What are we
Very
doing?
much, yes. Okay, let's go really slow. Or let's just do like, okay, so do that and then God can slow it down even more.
Right?
Thank you, my Azzy.
Thank
My
you, my
buddy.
Taffy.
I love
I
you.
still think you should have named that baby Gaffy.
That's another story later on.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for coming and drinking with us and having fun and doing this weird, bizarre, off the wall video. Thank you again, my friend.
Oh, thank you,
And
Taffy.
I love you. And
Love's a strong word. I like you.
no, I love you.
I love you too.
Um,
I love that guy too. You're so good
so
for him.
I love him too.
That's it. It's getting all mushy
Yeah,
now.
I
It's
get-
towards the end. Okay,
Anyways,
serious face.
seriously. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
I have Facebook.
Look up Azzy.
Azriel Sin at Facebook.com.
Taffy's word of the day.
Trump.
Are we going with Trump?
Yeah, we're going with Trump.
Okay. Taffy's word of the day is Trump.
Moist Trump. That's even worse.
Anyway, Love you guys. Please share and give me
Hail
a
Satan.
thumbs up.
Tell me how you really feel. Still recording.
Are we ready?
Yeah. That is so staying.
You got that?
Fuck yeah, I did.